Level 5, otherwise known as Terror Hotel, is a Class 5 survival difficulty. It is unsafe, unsecure, and has unconfirmed entity sightings. Level 5 Information. Level 5 is presumably an infinite, ever-expanding hotel complex, complete with all the sections a luxury hotel should have, such as lounges, ballrooms, guest rooms, restaurants, hallways, gyms, swimming pools, and maintenance halls. The level does not follow Euclidean geometry, which makes many wanderers lose track of where they are, never to be found again. Some places on this level are also randomly segmented, with some doors leading to nowhere, or cut off rooms or stairs. Due to how large this level encompasses, it is rare for wanderers to gather together. Despite this, a few obscure outposts are clinging to survival. While most of the time, the level seems to have been constructed in the 1930s, with furniture dating back to the 1920s, and the following design of an Oriental hotel, the age, aesthetic and appearance of the level can vary greatly. Opening a door seemingly to another room would lead to a complex with a completely different aesthetic, though this occurrence is rare. Despite shifts in the level's appearance, the overall lonely, liminal, eerie feeling never fades away. By definition, the maintenance halls are sections that maintain, support, and regulate a hotel. It isn't accessible to hotel guests because it is off limits and staff only. These areas are seemingly separate from all other places in Level 5, differentiated by design, properties, and entry. The only entrance into the maintenance halls is by entering a doors labelled Staff Only. These doors are very rare and may appear in different languages. Furthermore, the doors are almost always locked, and forcible entry is the only way through. Maintenance halls in Level 5 may shift and align in design depending on the surrounding aesthetic one enters from. However, the maintenance halls are always cruder, simpler, and more industrial in design compared to the rest of the hotel, despite whatever style of the current state of the hotel. Furthermore, the maintenance halls also disregard Euclidean geometry, but to a greater and more chaotic extent than the rest of Level 5. Since most of Level 5 seems to be constructed as an Oriental hotel in the 1900s, the most common variation of maintenance halls wanderers chance upon are the boiler rooms, maintenance halls resembling the structure and machinery during the 1930s. The boiler room, sometimes simply known as the boilers, is a series of large cobwebbed hallways with high ceilings and stained plaster or concrete walls. This area contains many barred-off areas with large pieces of machinery. The long corridors are hot and dry, the scent of smoke filling the air. Pipes and exhaust valves from the earlier 20th century line the walls. Some of the larger rooms have roaring 20s era furnishing and details. Many have reported the sounds of whispers from the large face-like boilers. Entities. While there are rumours of hounds, skin stealers, wretches, and death moths, and predatory windows on the level, these accounts are unconfirmed and require further evidence, such as pictures, videos, or multiple witnesses reporting the same occurrence. Strangely enough, many wanderers who claim they saw entities stated that the entities are incredibly skittish, constantly hiding, and seemingly passive unless provoked. Outposts and renowned explorers such as Rain, Cunningham, Mitch, Lance, and Arain have not reported entities in Level 5, which makes many write off the previous rumours as lies or hallucinations. Colonies and outposts. Further discoveries and recent studies prove that time is irrelevant in the backrooms. In reality, people judge time by the sun's movements, differing planets and locations all having different time dilations. Since the backrooms are a different dimension, time here is an entirely different concept. Each liminal space is separate from one another. Some levels, such as Level 5, do not even have a day-night cycle, making it impossible to determine how much time has passed. Even time-measuring devices, such as clocks, are useless, as a moment passing in Level 5 could mean an hour in Level 3 or a century in reality. This fact is proven further by the existence of the originals, a group of known historical figures that disappeared throughout human history. Many members have significant time gaps in their date of disappearance, yet seemingly are around the same age, contradicting time consistency throughout the backrooms. Furthermore, these time measuring devices are also very prone to malfunction and rapid deterioration when one no clips into the liminal purgatory. The originals. The originals are a group of people trapped in the backrooms throughout the passing of human history. Many famous historical figures who disappeared have ended up in the backrooms and are now part of this group. This group consists of 50 members. They are nomadic, travelling throughout level 5 at random intervals. Notable members include Amelia Earhart, John White, Dorothy Arnold, Solomon Northup, John Jacob Astor IV, Captain Edward Smith, and Jimmy Hoffa. The originals work as a team and do not have an official leader, but people like Earhart, White, and Smith are well respected and take the role of unofficial leaders when needed. Though they are suspicious of anyone from later or earlier periods, they are willing to trade goods with passerbys, but reluctant to interact with other colonies like the ERC and the backroom colonists. Many newer members were no-clipped during the 1906 San Francisco earthquake, the 1912 sinking of the Titanic, and the 1931 Yangtze floods. The originals are a group of people trapped in the backrooms throughout the passing of human history. Many famous historical figures who disappeared have ended up in the backrooms and are now part of this group. This group consists of 50 members. They are nomadic, travelling throughout level 5 at random intervals. Notable members include Amelia Earhart, John White, Dorothy Arnold, Solomon Northup, John Jacob Astor IV, Captain Edward Smith, and Jimmy Hoffa. The originals work as a team and do not have an official leader, but people like Earhart, White, and Smith are well respected and take the role of unofficial leaders when needed. Though they are suspicious of anyone from later or earlier periods, they are willing to trade goods with passerbys, but reluctant to interact with other colonies like the ERC and the backroom colonists. Many newer members were no-clipped during the 1906 San Francisco earthquake, the 1912 sinking of the Titanic, and the 1931 Yangtze floods. Level 5 is the most dangerous level the ERC has settled in, though Outpost Hotel's members take the necessary precautions to remain safe. This outpost is one of the ERC's most productive outposts and is located in the boiler rooms. Despite the lack of entities at this level, the ERC is trying to actively research. The ERC is actively trying to research more about the rumored creatures and their behavior. The Meg also has partial interactions with this outpost, since they do not have an outpost in the level and are currently cooperating with the ERC. There were initially 30 members in the outpost. The current amount of members left is classified. Base Demos. The Backroom Pioneers, the previous version of the Backroom Colonists, gained an outpost on level 5 after the colonization of Camp Amber. The colony endured throughout the Great War, the collapse and reformation of the Backroom Colonists, and still is a pivotal outpost of the faction today. The settlement documented most of Level 5's environment and is currently responsible for reporting additional properties to the database. The colony was made up of two bases, Base Demos and Base Phobos. Base Demos is responsible for security, while Base Phobos is responsible for research. Both bases are located near each other for convenience. Entrances and exits. The main entrance is coming upon an ornately decorated door emanating disquieting classical music through level 4. Or you can get here from random no clipping. The main exit is some empty doorways that show complete darkness in the Mason's halls, and that will take you to level 6. Random no clippage may take wonders to level 5 sub-levels. On a naturally extensive hallway may transition to the environment of a greenhouse, which would lead one to level 13. It is rumoured that some windows may take one to level 188. Rarely entering certain rooms that have the number 5 on their label may transfer one to level 666. No clipping through walls in a hallway decorated with Chinese decorations will lead one to level 909. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed, please like, subscribe, and maybe even comment. Also, please join the Discord server. It's a nice place for people to interact with each other from my community and from other YouTubers' communities. So, thank you for watching, and goodbye!